you know, that sort of behind the eyes, what's going on behind the eyes. And so this is a scene where those are still his eyes. And the same thing in your close-up.
So those are actually our eyeballs.
Yes, color treated, you know, to match into the scene. But
Right.
because if you just completely go computer generated, you don't. You know, I think that's the thing that, you know.
Jeffrey's skeleton with a nose is really, just decaying meat.
That was an early decision to try to remind ourselves of who he is. Plus, the big issue is, you know, lip sync with no lips. It's kind of a problem. That was a nightmare.
The banana.
The banana. Yeah, you were pissed off at me this day.
We were having a bad day.
I felt like issues after the second take.
Yeah, we were okay. It was a fun scene to shoot, actually. I was trying to be mad the whole day, but it was a fun scene to shoot.
Oh, you know, it's no matter what happens between takes, it's what's so great. You know, it's like this stuff's for eternity, and you know, it's so nice to see you just, and you're there. You know, whatever the kind of. And this is the scene where I was screaming across the beach louder than I've never, not one to lose it very often. And I completely lost it this day because they were driving the production vehicle through our frame at sunset.
Yeah.
Just like somebody decided, let's bring the landing craft around so we can wrap 10 minutes earlier. And they just drove it right through our shot. It moves about, you know, a half a knot in the sunset. It's just ballistic. It's nice to have a Caribbean look in the film. Quick scene to shoot too. You know, it felt a good scene. You could do longer takes. And
look at this. Oh yes.
Again, Howard Pyle at the wheel.
Underrated.
I remember this. This was the wide shot was a model, of course, and then this down in San Pedro with the massive rain and wind machines.
I remember I couldn't see a thing.
Oh.
I couldn't see a thing.
I couldn't see a thing either. Neither could the camera. We would just get obliterated. It's like what you're seeing here is the moments where the camera isn't completely, you know, drenched.
It's like the great deluge.
Yeah. This is the kind of Ryan's daughter, you know, approach. Not an essential scene in the movie, but a nice mosaic of. Gotta have the storm scene, right?
One must, yeah. But also not seeing Captain Jack for the first time really like.
Oh yeah.
On it,
and it does explain the compass, but it's nice to set it at night and do a big little storm number.
Yeah.
I think that mosaic
felt very
of looks, you know, throwing different looks at the film helps to, you know, in between all that kind of exposition of, because we're still very much in the kind of backstory section of the movie, explaining the curse, explaining this is really that whole section.
You're right. There are a million different stories to tell.
It's really,
and servicing each one is really
complicated.
Very, very complicated. Very difficult.
And it's nice to change when you're kind of burdened with that as a filmmaker. It's nice to change locations and change the looks and change, you know, go from the moonlight serenades to the, you know, bright, you know, tropical setting to the storm and then to the fog, and because it's a lot to ask of an audience to sit and listen.
Now, what is this all about? I mean, how was that done?
It's a completely synthetic model shot.
Totally, the whole shot.
Yeah, the foreground elements are practical model miniatures, and then it's a dry for wet, and then the sharks were added from stock footage. And that's a lot of different things.
It's a really beautiful shot.
I like when you close the compass and David's look to you, you know, cotton.
Oh yeah, cotton.
Flies.
Failed to mention that.
Things that didn't exist until we started to. Nice about having Ted and Terry on the run of the picture. It's like you can get, you know where your problem, you know, that they had an outline, then the script came in, we were already scheduling one draft, and, you know, and then like they would incorporate storyboards or ideas that came out of storyboards, like your ship sinking at the beginning and the eyeball and things like that, and then this
Orlando's impression of me.
Which actually I thought worked out much better than having the thing explained ultimately. I mean, I think the note that, we need to explain why Captain Jack Sparrow is, drunk.
I was totally
It's nice
shocked.
to ask the question and not answer it, really,
Shocked that you left in from my back. I mean, it's just the fact that lived in the final product. Really great.
It's, tried it without it and missed it, It's one of those things.
Did that page,
Definitely.
little button.
No, you have really good instincts,
Crush them together.
with the turtles.
The sea turtle, yeah.
They're really great because you can kind of present the issue, present the problem, and you get pages the next morning. That's what's amazing. And they're like, where should we work? I'm like, use my trailer. I'm never there. They're just in my trailer. Computer set up.
On the ball as, they were incredible.
I've never worked like that. I've never had writers on throughout the entire production. I mean, we didn't have a choice because the entire movie was, made in 11 months. Really, they were psyched. I mean, they'd never been on set. They'd never been allowed on set before.
Really?
They were always kept at arm's length, and they were just so,
That's
like,
interesting.
like
I never
children,
knew that.
just kind of really enjoying being around and seeing things. And I would do it again at any moment.
Really, really helpful. There's things, or look on the page, may work beautifully on the page, but when it comes out into the atmosphere, it could take on a whole different thing. And to have them there to make changes on the spot was really something.
I mean, they made, whole structural changes.
Yeah.
The ending of the movie was, written, I think, halfway through. They came out of storyboards and action sequences and the skeletons.
This scene twice.
Shoot this scene twice.
Seemed like we shot it twice.
Because the underwater shot, this
was-
section here with the gold,
That was
had camera problems, completely out of focus. And part of this section we did twice, yeah. This is all built on the stage 2 at Disney. And
I really think they should have left that set.
No,
Beautiful.
I'm sure they're kicking themselves now.
Giant sculpture. Just a beautiful, it was so beautiful.
And progress. Good words. I mean,
Yeah.
they really, and it was really important to me to cast as many Brits as possible because of in looking at the genre and saying why hasn't it worked? I found a lot of sort of dialect that felt like it wasn't really that Robert Louis Stevenson, the black spot. It didn't have any of that kind of pirate flavor that was out of the pile and the Treasure Island and all that stuff. It seemed to be that stuff kind of went away in some way. And these guys, here it's, in that if you look at the movie, Barbossa's the only one really doing the hard R.
Yeah.
The R.
Yeah, the Robert Newton sort of.
Which is
inspired.
great. I think it's nice that.
It's a nice homage. I mean, it's a nice salute, back to that. And to the genre, to the.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing, Pepe Le Pew, and you're doing. you got something really unique, a mixture happening there.
These guys they were so into it.
That is, people underestimate casting of your extras.
Oh, it made
So
all the
important.
difference here.
Get paid very much. It's not a great job.
No, I don't know.
You got to find people who really want to just realize it's fun.
Oh, these guys were having a ball, man. It's quite. I keep thinking of Chuck.
Oh,
Chuck. Prop.
Sorry for my break.
Master prop maestro.
angry man.
Genius.
Just angry man.
Just brilliant and hilarious and.
He's so funny.
Him
And everybody sort of stealing
policing.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, there was, because, again, it's like not finishing the boat and having the 2 porta potties, and that had to be painted.